Hey guys, join us and take a front seat ride on this adventure. This trip we traveled to the state of Idaho, and this will be part 2 of the 3-part mini-series we're doing on the Owyhees. The Owyhees is 2.5 million acres that stretches across 3 states. Part 1 was our home state in Oregon. Part 2 is this trip here in southwestern Idaho. And part 3 is in the state of Nevada, coming soon. This trip we traveled into the Owyhee Canyonlands and the Owyhee mountain range. There's a lot of history in this area, and we visited some of that, being the Wickahoney stage stop and the ghost town of Silver City. We traveled the 104-mile Owyhees Uplands Backcountry Byway and drove many dirt, muddy, snowy, and rocky roads. The country is vast, so many sights to see, and you are way out all by yourself. We drove for 3 days, and we hardly saw a soul the whole time we were out there, other than when we went into town to refuel. This trip we drove 1,082 miles and took in lots of sights. There's something that just makes you feel disconnected from today's modern society when you're out here, and everything's quieter and seems to slow down. Typically we only get 2-day trips, but this is a 3-day trip, and we took our time and enjoyed every part of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, follow, and subscribe. We are Adventure the Whole Way on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're trying to grow our account. We enjoy going on these adventures, and we enjoy making the videos for our own memories, but also so that you can come along and see everything we see. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you on the next one. Good morning. It is January 25th. Sunday. We are in the Owyhees in Idaho. Got off work at 8 p.m. last night, so we left home at 9:15. Made it here about 4:30 in the morning because of the time change to mountain time. We're in the very northernmost part of the Owyhees right now. We're at a place called Jump Creek Canyon. We're going to do a little hike to a waterfall, and then we're about, I don't know, 50 to 55 miles from Jordan Valley, Oregon, where we're going to jump on the Owyhees Backcountry Byway, the Owyhee Uplands Backcountry Byway. It's 104 miles. We're not going to do the whole thing today. We're going to do some of it and then break off and go down to Owyhee Canyon, cross the Owyhee River, and try to find a really nice camp spot. It's like 10 a.m. now because we got here so late. We're getting a late start, so we're going to forego breakfast. We're going to check out this waterfall, and then we're going to get on the road because we got a lot of dirt to cover today. Typically we just have 2 days on these weekend trips, but we have 3 this weekend, so you would think we wouldn't be rushed around as much, but we're going to see a lot. So come along with us, buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride, but it's going to be busy, so let's get going. Alright, so we rolled up to the trailhead, and we are now at the Jump Creek Canyon Falls Trail. It's not a real long trail. We're gonna go walk through this canyon a little bit, check out this waterfall, and then it's a lot of driving for the rest of today. So I can hear the water, I think, so hopefully it'll be flowing pretty good. It's not a massive waterfall, so we'll see. Alright, so this is Jump Creek Falls. Says this is a great area for swimming, but it's 14 degrees and icy, so I think I'm gonna pass on that. Very pretty. Frozen. left Jump Creek. We're about 15 miles into the 50-mile ride over to Jordan Valley, Oregon, which is right on the Oregon-Idaho state line. When we get there, we're gonna fuel up. We don't need much, but we're getting way out in the middle of nothing today, so we'll top off and we're gonna jump on the Owyhee Uplands Backcountry Byway. It's 104 miles, and we'll break off of that tonight to go down into the Owyhee Canyon and camp down around Cherrystem at Crutchers Crossing. So it's going to be very scenic all the way, so enjoy the ride with us. Alright, so we have got fueled up in Jordan Valley, Oregon, and we're right on the line of Idaho and Oregon. This is the beginning of the Owyhee Uplands Backcountry Byway. It's 104 miles. Like I said in the previous video, we're going to break off of this and make camp tonight. We're on asphalt for about 2 to 3 miles, and then it's all dirt till tomorrow sometime when we reach Grandview, Idaho. But it's supposed to be really scenic with some good views. I saw a picture of an arch that's on this route and just some deep canyon views. So we'll see where it takes us. Made it to the dirt and the gravel. It's a little bit washboardy, so we're gonna go ahead and air down to about 20. Ride with that for now until we get down to the canyon and the river crossing. We'll probably drop a little bit lower for that. We skipped breakfast, so we're probably gonna grab a sandwich and we'll just keep riding. Today's a bunch of riding, so far. Just rolling hills and stuff, but this backcountry byway is pretty. I don't mind riding all day in this. I will say we are now rocking these Method bead grips. A lot less maintenance than a bead lock, and a normal tire shop will work on them. But I've seen several people test these running them all the way down to 0 psi, and it holds the bead. So I'm interested to see how they work for us. Shout out to Chassis Unlimited. This is our first trip with a new bumper. Used the light bar a little bit last night. It's really nice. High quality stuff. Check them out at Chassis Unlimited. Use code HALLWAY10OFF. Save yourself 10% at checkout. Alright, we just made a quick stop at a reservoir that was frozen over. Took some video there, and now it's starting to get more scenic. This is the North Fork of the Owyhee River. Nice canyon view there. A little snowy and icy. I think from this point it's going to get better and better. So we've turned off of the Uplands Backcountry Byway. At the moment, I believe this is still Juniper Mountain Road, but it turns into Crutchers Crossing, and it's going to take us all the way down to a blue route on Onyx, which is Crutchers Crossing at Cherrystem, and it's the only place you can ford the river. Our intention is to make it there and cross the river, go down into the canyon, cross the river, and then come up the other side, and we got a campsite marked over on that side. We plan to camp there and then wake up in the morning and drive to the tri-state line of Idaho, Oregon, and Nevada. It's not far beyond where our campsite's marked. Road's a little icy, a little muddy, but nothing too serious. No major slippage or anything. So I think we'll be good. Just not sure how long it's going to take us to get there. It's about 3:20, and I think it'll be dark around 6. So there's a neat little cabin right here. Take a look at, but yeah, stick with us and we'll see if we make it all the way to our destination. If not, we'll improvise and find somewhere else. But it's been a beautiful drive. When you hit the shady spots, the snow is pretty deep, but still not too bad. We're at 20 psi. We can still go down quite a bit if we end up needing to. But this ride, man, it's awesome. We passed a big radio tower and then a sign with a lot of locations I haven't even heard of. So more to research and possibly more to come do in the future. But I'm enjoying this ride. Looks like we're coming up on some a little bit more technical sections, but nothing too serious. We are definitely way out here though. I love being out in the wild. I know it's a well-traveled area, but makes you feel like you're a long ways off from anything, and then every now and then it'll open up and you get a big view across a plain, or you see some snow-capped mountains in the distance. You just feel like you're out here on your own, disconnected, and I really love that feeling. Playing Gate Girl over here, but we've made it to the official blue route of Crutchers Crossing. Crutchers Cherrystem. I think we're 6 miles from the canyon and the Owyhee River. We're gonna go down to it, cross it, and up the other side. So it got pretty rough up to this point. So we've made it. I think we'll make it the rest of the way. But apparently we picked up some stragglers. But we'll see you at the water crossing. Alright guys, so this is the Owyhee River at Cherrystem Crossing. Crossing the river, I have no issues with. Walked out to the edge and the water is really shallow. Yeah, I mean it's moving, but it's really shallow, and with the drone you can see, the tire tracks where people cross here all the time. So I'm not concerned with crossing the river, but I think we're gonna err on the cautious side and just camp on this side and not do the crossing, because I am stock height. I haven't had my lift put on yet, and this hill is really steep. Doesn't really look like it on the camera, but from sitting in the cab at the top of it, you can't even see the bottom. I'm sure, in my mind, I tell myself, I'm sure I can make it up it. I've gone up stuff like this before in it, but it's simply the fact of how far out we are away from everything and everyone, and how expensive a tow truck would be to get me out of here. If I had somebody else with me, I'd definitely do it, but I think I'm gonna err on the side of caution, and we'll just camp on this side somewhere. It doesn't cut out that much of the route that we had planned, so just better safe than sorry. I think I'm gonna hold off on the crossing, and I'll be back. Do it another day. So now we'll backtrack and find us somewhere to camp over here. So we've driven back up to the top of the ridge and we've got camp set up for the night. This isn't the worst spot. Sky's clear, so the stars will be really good tonight. Sunset right over there, so it'll raise behind me in the morning, straight out the window of the tent. Off in the distance, we'll be able to see the Santa Rosa mountain range, the Boise mountain range. There's two more, but I can't remember the names of them right now. But it's currently 31 degrees. Last night we camped, it was 12. It's supposed to get down about 18, I think. I'll get back to you on that one. Feeding the dogs, and then we're gonna get some burgers going for dinner, and just sit around the fire a little bit and relax. You know, kind of bummed out that we didn't get to cross the river and go where we planned, but didn't want to risk getting stuck, and we got 2 more days on this trip, so we'll camp here tonight and then pick up in the morning and go to the next places. So, all right, for now that's it. All right, guys, it's about 9 o'clock almost. Dogs have had dinner, got them put to bed. We got everything ready for bed. We had burgers and Doritos tonight. Sitting by the fire, staying warm. The stars are really bright out here. It's been a nice night sky. But I think that's it for us. We'll see you in the morning. We were originally going to be on the other side of the river camping, and we were going to go to the state line for Oregon, Idaho, and Nevada, the tri-state line. Well, that's not going to happen, so we got, I don't know, a 2-hour ride out of here back to the Owyhee Uplands Backcountry Byway, and then 70 miles to Grandview with a hike at Upper Pursuit Canyon on the way. So that's what's in store tomorrow. For now, it's good night, and we'll see you for coffee and breakfast. Good morning. Got the coffee going. Gonna get some breakfast running here in a minute. Got some mountains in the distance. And blue sky. So once we get through all the morning stuff, coffee, breakfast, loading everything up, packing up, we'll be on the road. But it's kind of chilly, and most of our water we brought is now frozen solid, so we'll have to get some more when we make it to Grandview today. But it's a nice little camp spot. It was quiet and peaceful out here. Stars were nice last night. So, see what we find today. Alright, we have everything packed up. We're just sitting here waiting on the Jeep to warm up. says it's 36 right now, but that's where we camped last night. We're gonna head back up through Crutchers Crossing and back to the Uplands Backcountry Byway and head towards Grandview, where we have a hike planned over that way. Tonight we should be camping at the Wickahoney stage stop. A lot of history there, and the remains of the home is still there, and it's a pretty cool little home made out of volcanic rock, and it'll be interesting to see once we get there. If we make it to our hike with time to actually do the hike, we should come across another homesteader's cabin over there. So we'll see what the day holds, and hopefully we'll make good time and can fit everything in. What'd you think about the camp spot last night?
It was good. It's great. I feel like we're out here in the middle of nowhere, which I guess we are. Haven't seen a single car since Jordan Valley yesterday.
Yep, it's just us out here. The way I like it. Here's proof that I do let Kaylee have a little bit of fun.
We'll try not to get a ticket this time.
Yep. She's referring to one of our other videos. I drove all day long in Mount Hood, and then she took over for 15 minutes and got a driving on a closed roadway ticket. So, thank you, Forestry Service. Sorry, Forestry Service. Put our $180 to good use. back on the Owyhee Uplands Backcountry Byway. Woo. Owyhee Uplands Backcountry Byway. Been back on here for about a mile or two. I think we got about 70 more miles over to Grandview, Idaho, where we're gonna fuel up before going to the next place. But somewhere up here, maybe 50 miles or so, is Frank Perhue Canyon trailhead, and he was a homesteader from the 1900s. His cabin still stands right in the canyon, so we may do that hike depending on what time we get there. It gets dark still around 6:30, and I'd like to make it to Wickahoney before it gets dark and get camp set up, so we'll see what it's looking like when we make it over there. But it's a beautiful drive, a little bit of snow on the road, not too much. Haven't seen much wildlife, but there's evidence of it out here. So all in all, it's just a very pretty leisure drive through the backcountry. So haven't seen a soul still since Jordan Valley. It's very nice. A little disconnect. Hillside. Here he comes across the road.
Bye, guys.
Alright, so we are at the Frank Perhue Canyon Trail. Well, it's the Perhue Canyon, but it's named after Frank Perhue, who was a 1900s homesteader, and about a mile and a half up this little two-track right here, we would actually come to his cabin. Is still standing. I don't think there's a roof on it, but the walls are still there. But other than that, I don't think it's a very scenic hike other than just looking at these rocks here. There's a couple rock piles to look at. It's 3:45, so for the sake of time and trying to get to Wickahoney before dark, we're just gonna roll on. I know we're not doing the hike, but I'll insert a picture of the remains in the video here for anybody who wants to come check it out. Overall, the hike's like 7.9 miles. I think the cabin is 1.5, so it's something cool to check out. We may check it out another time if we're through here and aren't pushed for time. So we're gonna roll on. We're probably 20 miles from Grandview, where we're gonna fuel up before we head to tonight's camp. But it's been a great ride. We saw some massive elk, bunch of deer. It's nice out here. So we're getting close to Grandview. What we're seeing, snow cap there, that should be the Sawtooth Mountains on the other side of Boise. We'll see them when we top the hill here. But all around us there's buttes, and I mean, this is just a beautiful area. If you've never been to the Owyhees, there's so much out here if you're searching for adventure and views. And like I said, we still haven't seen a soul since Jordan Valley. So I know it's wintertime and it's cold, but these views, it's just magical out here. Alright, so the sign there, we are 17 miles from Grandview. Looks like it's pavement all the way there. Then we'll hit Highway 78, and that'll take us down to where we get to Wickahoney tonight. So we'll be on pavement for a while. We're at like 18 and 19 PSI, so we're gonna go ahead and air back up to at least 35 or so for the pavement ride. Alright, we just gassed up here at the Grandview gas station. Grabbed a drink and a snack. And now we're headed to the Wickahoney stage stop, which will be our camp for tonight. And it's 4:45, says it's going to take us an hour and 9 minutes to get there. So we'll see if we make it by dark. So that is about the most antelope I've ever seen in one place right there. It's unbelievable.
Oh, they're fixing to go across the road back behind us.
That's crazy. We're like 2 miles from Wickahoney stage stop, and that's quite the treat, seeing that many antelope at once. They're so fast. so we have arrived at Wickahoney. Can hear some jets in the air. We got the tent set up. We got the fire going right outside the place. Tomorrow I'll walk through it and film going through it, but this is what's left standing from this is built in like 1895 to 1900s, right through there. It was a big 2-story with 8 gables, but we'll talk more about that in the daylight when we can actually see. Right now we got the fire pit going because it's a chilly 33 and windy, and like I said, we can hear the jets in the sky. Kaylee's getting the blankets put together up there for us, and then we're gonna get dinner going. We'll feed the dogs. It's cloudy. You can barely see the moon up there, so the stars won't be anything to see tonight, but we'll eat and hang out by the fire, look at the old building from the outside, and in the morning we'll walk through it, and then we got a lot of stuff planned for tomorrow too, so tonight we're gonna chill here. Probably see you in a minute, but for now we're gonna finish getting everything ready for bed. Alright guys, that's gonna do it tonight. For dinner we had some Cajun sausage with rice and onions and green and red peppers all mixed together. It was pretty good. Dogs have ate and had their treats for the night. It's gonna be us signing off here at Wickahoney for the night. We will see you in the morning. Good morning from Wickahoney stage stop, where it is like 24 degrees and super windy. We're standing on this side of the Jeep because it blocks the wind. All night it was very windy. But woke up pretty sunrise. We just got to get packed up and get going, but gotta get some coffee, maybe some breakfast. But I don't know. It's cold. Might just start rolling down the road. We'll see. Alright, so got the Jeep started and warming up. As we pulled up last night, I had a wire to my switch panel that got loosened somehow and came off, so just got done fixing that. It's back together, letting the Jeep warm up. We'll walk through here real quick. Come here, Kaylee. Stop and served as the post office. Dow Dunning built this like 1895 to 1900, right around there. Him and his wife Margaret lived here for a long time and ran it, and then they sold it to the Tyndall family, who kept it running for a while. All the history of it, I don't know all the history of it. There's a video that tells a lot. I'm not going to repeat everything that he said because he's already said it. So if you want to know more history on this, you can go to Venture to Rome, check out the video about the Wickahoney stage stop. And we're going to the Owyhee Museum today in Murphy, and they should have a lot of information on it. But apparently this was the major route that connected Mountain Home, Idaho to Mountain City, Nevada. It was very crucial for supplies for the miners and, you know, postage through until the post office opened up over in Elko, Nevada, and then that kind of supplanted this one, and it lost all its prominence in the area. But yeah, let's walk through it and check it out real quick. So it was a big 2-story structure. There's a fireplace here. So this was one big room. This back room was, I think this back room here, from what I saw, was the kitchen and maybe a dining area. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it was. Then in the upstairs of this place, there were 8 gables in the second story, which equated to 6 bedrooms, I think. Hopefully I can get more information at the museum today. I think that's what it was. If you look through there, it shows you how big that side of the room was. Crazy this is still standing at all today, being as old as it is, but all built with lava rocks that came from the canyon right over here. And then these big headstones at the doorways, massive cracks in them. Some of them sitting up there just look like they're ready to come down at any time. Especially this one. I think this was the front because it kind of looks like there was used to be an old sign up there maybe. Back this way, so those remains right there, that's from an old tool shed, work building. But Dow Dunning and his family built the place. Back here there is a cemetery, and I believe it just has Dow's father, his wife, and their baby that died in childbirth. So it has the 3 Dunnings, and then one unknown miner who had stayed here at the stage stop. So check this sign out real quick. So you have Joshua Dunning through 1909, Margaret Dunning 1913, Baby Dunning, excuse me, it's cold, died in 1894 in birth, and then unknown miner. So trailing through it, stop here, and there was always a place for them to stay and truly remarkable build from over 120 years ago, still standing. I just can't imagine coming out here without, what we have today. Imagine building this without all the equipment that we have today. It's just a testament to the toughness of people. And Dow Dunning eventually sold this place and moved to Boise, where he became involved in the Idaho legislature. And I believe he's buried in Boise, but he played a large role in Idaho's history. So, and here we are camping at it many years later. So it's beautiful out here. When you make it to this area, come check it out. But now it's coffee time. Alright, everything's packed up. We are rolling out. Peace out, Wickahoney. It was a very windy night here. Now we're gonna ride this green route on Onyx all the way back to 78. From there we're gonna go up to Silver City. Well, first we're gonna go to Bruneau Dunes State Park. Then from there we're gonna go to Silver City. And got a lot to see today, so come along with us. Got some snow-capped peaks out in the distance. Very vast country out here. Alright, this is the green route. Takes us over to 78. We're about to hit 51 right here. I'm gonna go ahead and air up because it'll just be a little bit quicker to go down the pavement. From here we're going to Bruneau Dunes State Park, so we'll air up so we can ride down the highway and make it a little bit quicker getting there. So we'll get up to about 36 and roll out. We've made it over to Bruneau Dunes State Park. This is Sand Dunes Road. There's a massive sand dune in here that people sled down all the way to the lake, but I don't think we're going to be doing that today.
Trophy area.
And that's the big sand dune over there. Alright, this is Bruneau Dunes State Park. Currently walking on the Big Lakes Loop. It's frozen except for the middle where all the birds are. Tons of birds. Massive sand dune back there. Big one there. We're choosing to go up this little one right here. There go the birds. Pretty cool place. Up the dune we go. All right, forgive my out of breath. Sand dunes are some tough hiking. Didn't even go that high, but we're at the top of this little one. These lakes are just filled with geese everywhere. But we'll probably get down off of here, get a bite to eat, and then push on to our next stop. Back down by the lake, all you hear are the geese. Here the birds come, headed to the lake. Yeah, they're kind of just swirling, but all right. Kaylee's getting us some lunch going. We skipped breakfast, it was too cold at Wickahoney. Having some fried bologna sandwiches, and then we'll be back on the road. What you think of the sand dunes?
Pretty neat. Just seeing all these birds.
And we were up at the top of that dune just a minute ago. photography at the Owyhee Museum. It's a lot to see in here. All right, we stopped in here at the Owyhee Museum. It's pretty cool to walk through. A lot of information in there, but we are gonna head to Silver City now and check out Silver City, and then we're gonna go up War Eagle Mountain to the lookout. So we will see you at Silver City. Alright, this is the Owyhee Mountains. We're headed down this road into Silver City, ghost town of Silver City, old mining town. And it's funny, from one of our older videos, we were at Three Forks in the Owyhees on the Oregon side, and the men who came over and fought in that battle against the natives there, they were from Silver City. So kind of ties it all together. But it's just one big, beautiful area out here, but it's very rugged, very vast. Just when you ride through here, you can't help but say, wow, look at this, just over and over. It's truly magnificent, and there's a lot of history right here. So it's a really cool place to travel through and explore, and we're very lucky to be able to do so. We are headed up. We are 2.3 miles from Silver City. Roads had a few patches like this where it's kind of icy, kind of not. Traction tires were aired down. It's giving us no issue. The gate was open. I'm not sure. I saw something that said, no trailers beyond this point. There's no services, search and rescues at your own cost, stuff like that. But is the road closed? I don't know. I know the gate's open, so we're trying it. We're trying to make it to Silver City, 2 miles away at this point. So the road's been really good. It's a really wide, well-maintained road. So I'm hoping we make it. We are pretty much at the top of the mountains now, so we shall see. But it's been a pretty drive regardless. And, sorry, I got the iPad Yeah, it's been real scenic, real pretty with the snow for sure, and then you can see all across the valley. It's really nice, but we'll keep you posted if we make it to the city or not. All right, here we are. This is the ghost town of Silver City. Just now coming into it. A lot of the buildings, from what I've read, are privately owned. There's a big inn down here that's been redone, and it's full of antiquities and things like that. I don't know if it's going to be open and available to be walked through, but we did make it. So, Silver City was a booming mining town.
Trip visitors must check in with watchmen. No camping in.
All right, we just spoke with the watchman who's in charge of watching over the place. He said typically this time of year there's 4 feet of snow, but we are welcome to drive the loop and get out and walk around as much as we want. He confirmed most of the buildings are privately owned, so respect the private property. The inn that I was telling you about, it's only open in the summer, but there's a restaurant and a bar, so we may have to come back in the summer sometime and check it out. But I think I read something in its boom. I think 2,500 people lived here, something like that. So it's pretty cool. Now it's just all closed up and just a memory. There's a Mason's Lodge, church, there's all kinds of stuff. It's really neat.
The drugstore. Memorial Park. The perfect Christmas tree. Campground Street. And the toilet.
Well, Silver City was definitely cool. It did not disappoint. It's hard to believe that this was a thriving place full of people. But it's really unique. And I think this is the big inn right here that has the restaurant and bar in it, this white building. And then I think the church is on the other side of it. Big propane tank.
That's cute. I'll take that one.
All right, of all the buildings, the church is like the coolest one to me. So I'm gonna walk up here and check it out. That's awesome. With the old stained glass. That's the watchman's house. So cool. headed back down into the valley, back down to Murphy. But man, it is beautiful up here. I don't want to leave. I want to just stay and camp another night, but typically we only have 2 days on our weekend trips, but we swapped some days around, and this is day 3, so it's been a longer trip than usual, but still not long enough. Man, it's beautiful out here. If we had another night, there's a campground just at the end of Silver City at the base of War Eagle Mountain, and the watchman said, you know, find a camp there. It's not closed, so we'd definitely be staying there. But we got a icy ride back down this for 23 miles, and then we'll be back on the pavement. It'll be time to air back up. This one's coming to an end really soon, but we're gonna enjoy it as long as we can. These views, look at those snow caps way out there. Yeah, I'm ready to move. We'll just live here. Oh, that's our road we gotta travel way out there. So let's get to it. On our way out to the valley, we've found a little herd of deer. Got some more about to cross in front of us right here.
That one little one's super dark.
Bouncing along. Y'all look kind of tasty, you know that? Meh. Oh, they're still coming. Hey guys. And some more coming. Look at them bouncing along up there. Okay, it's a sad moment, but we've made it back to the blacktop, so Airing back up. Gonna let the dogs go potty real quick, and we might find another little trail to ride, or just enjoy the view till we get back to the interstate. But this trip's about done, and the sadness is hit. Not ready to go home. Anytime you can get out here, it's amazing, and you just never want it to be over. But do have to be at work at 4 a.m. So let's get aired up and see what we find. All right, 3.5 hours on the road now. We're in Echo Springs. That's it for this trip. We got about a little under 2 hours before we get home. It's a good trip. Jump Creek Falls, Backcountry Byway, Crutchers Crossing, Wickahoney Stage Stop, the Owyhee County Museum, Silver City Ghost Town. It was very scenic, very beautiful, very cold the entire trip. Really dreading going back to work and the trip being over. But that's the way it goes. We'll be somewhere else next weekend. Maybe not next weekend. We got a little bit of stuff to do. Got to swap out the rear bumper, do some other little changes. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, we are Adventure the Whole Way on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Like, follow, subscribe. Come along with us for all the adventures. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.